Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Tiny Kitchen Cooks. This is Cameron and today we're going to be making one of my favorite things, which is ranch dressing. And we've got the following that we need to have, which is 1 cup of buttermilk, a half cup of mayonnaise, a half cup of sour cream, 1 teaspoon of dried dill, 3 teaspoons of fresh chive, which I'm using because that's what I have on hand, or if you're going to use dried, 1 teaspoon, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of dried parsley, a half teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. To begin, I don't have readily available buttermilk, so I have to make my own. So there's a simple way to do that, which is to use 1 cup of milk to 1 tablespoon of vinegar of your choice. So I've got 1.2 liters of milk, which is about 5 cups. So into our basin here, we're going to add the entire 5 cups, which is about 1.2 liters. Now, normally I would use normal white vinegar, but I'm out of it at the moment, so I'm going to use apple cider vinegar. So we're going to add to that 5 tablespoons of vinegar, so here we go. Okay, so now that our buttermilk is prepared, all we have to do is add everything into our mixing bowl. So here we go. Alright, so after waiting 5 to 10 minutes, this is what we're left with. I'm going to use this for other future recipes, but now I've got some nice homemade buttermilk. So we'll go from there. Here we go. First of all, I'll add our cup of buttermilk, followed by a half cup of our homemade mayonnaise. If you haven't seen my video for how to make homemade mayonnaise, go check it out. I'll put the link here in the description and you can check it out here. Also, followed by a half cup of sour cream. We're going to add that right in. We'll follow that up with 3 teaspoons. This is fresh chive. Normally I would use dried chive, but I don't have it right now. So basically, if you're using fresh herbs versus dried herbs, use a 3-to-1 ratio. So this would normally be 1 teaspoon of dried chive, but I'm using 3 teaspoons of fresh chive. And we'll follow that up with 1 teaspoon of dried dill and half a teaspoon each of dried parsley, dried onion, and dried garlic. And last, we'll go ahead and add a half teaspoon of salt and, of course, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And this is what we're left with. Now all we have to do is just combine everything together. This smells fantastic. And once we've combined everything, this is more or less what we're left with. So I'm just going to add that to a squeeze bottle, and I'll show you what's next once we do that. So there you have it, everyone. This is my take on homemade ranch dressing. I'm going to try it with a few things in a little moment, and we'll see how it goes. But I hope you enjoy. Now to give it the final taste test. Here we go. This is just some fried chicken, various styles, and we'll try some of our delicious homemade ranch dressing. Here we go. Let's give it a try. That's some of the best ranch I've ever had. It's delicious, it's homemade, it's so easy to put together. So give it a try. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I'll see you on
Tiny Kitchen Cooks.